Hello and welcome into this new episode of Untold Stories. Last time out, everyone had some interesting dreams with some interesting themes before being woken up to the auditorium at the centre of Kalkerth on fire. A few of you were reluctant to wake up. Eventually, enough brute force was done. And between you, aided the town in fighting the fire of the Kalkerth Auditorium. A couple of you running in and saving the madame. Others of you staying on the outside and noticing some things, shall we say. But after that, you went to your respective rooms for the evening. You also all leveled up. And also, Ximori and Aderyn have inspiration for various things that they did last session. Is there anything anyone would like to have done in the evening, in the early mornings, before you all meet up in the courtyard with Balrick's new wagon?
I will have woken up very early. I don't know if any. I mean, maybe Ximori would have been up as well, because obviously elf. But I would have woken up one of the earliest and make sure all my equipment wasn't damaged from the fire, oiling it, and then head out to the wagon really, really early, crack of dawn.
Cool.
Can I ask? I assume because of the interrupt, do we still get long rest, or is it?
So yeah, you get a long rest.
Okay.
Everything fully reset on that. I'm not even that fussed about hit points resetting at this point. It's fine.
Does that mean we get our hit points back?
Yes.
Greedy little fuckers, aren't you?
Please.
I lost so many of them. I lost so many. And gained so many more.
Anyone else have anything they would like to have done?
Yep. So Ximori's had a bit of a wild night, as it turns out. Sort of going back and, like, after washing the majority of the smoke out of their hair and clothes, leaving their clothes, like, hanging near the fire where they've just got smoky again. But it's different smoke. It's better and intentional smoke this time. And they've gone into their trance, and they've had some weird dreams of they're running sort of through the woods again, but it's not fleeing this time; it's chasing, it's hunting, and as it sort of begins to grow nearer to dawn, and they feel they're getting nearer and closer to their prey, they leap and reach out with their hands. Their hands aren't, they're not as recognized. They're longer and sharper. They bolt out of their trance and sink a clawed hand into the sheets near Togrim by mistake. Like, awkwardly tries to extract the large clawed hand from the bed without waking anybody. Just spend some time looking at these, like, claws that grow and, like, these hooked knives basically coming out of their fingertips. And as they relax and calm and feel their rage leave, the claws retract down to their normal, still, like, sharpish nails, but less fixed and feral. And Ximori is going to use one of their rages as they level up.
Togrim, when you wake up, you're observant enough to notice that there's claw marks.
Okay.
In the bed where you are.
But I didn't directly wake up while he was doing it.
No.
Okay. I will spend a few minutes actually repairing the bed, because I don't want to have to pay for it before I leave. but it's been such a crazy chaos couple of days. I'm not even gonna bother like spending my normal hour tinkering with my wolf bits because we've been in and out of burning buildings and fighting displacer beasts and stuff, so he's kind of burnt out. And he's gonna head to the wagon eventually, just to make sure it's still there and still okay after the chaos that was last night.
By the time you head out, Balrick's kind of already pulled it out of the lot and is waiting.
I'm tending to we got a horse, was it? Like an oxen or something?
We have an oxen.
An oxen. Just tending to the oxen, kind of patting that. I've brushed down the wagon, made sure it's nice and clean. Did Togrim do something to the wagon as well?
I fixed up the seat at the front, didn't I?
I seem to recall Togrim do some graffiti or something on it. I might imagine that.
He didn't do the graffiti in the end.
Did I see the wagon before? Have I not seen the wagon? It's in better condition than I was expected, to be honest. I expected the seat to be falling off.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I fixed it up a bit when I came and looked at it earlier. I guess I'm gonna try and hatch up a few more bits while we're waiting here.
Oh, fair enough. That looks good. Looks professional handiwork. Well done, man. You're very talented.
It's part of my trade. It's what I do. And I'll just like shove my bag in the back of the wagon and just go around fixing bits as I can.
Roll me deception. And Balrick, roll me insight.
But yeah, I'm just trying to get the oxen to be used to us, so it's it's not, we're not strangers. It's if it acts up, it trusts us, and trusts me.
I got a -1 to deception, so that's a 9.
Well, I got a 15 plus 3, so 18 for my insight.
There's something. It's too neat handiwork to have just been craftsman's tools.
I've got to say, Togrim, it's very impressive handiwork. Like, it looks brand new. Like, there's no signs of patchwork or. I mean, I'm not an expert on like metalcraft but
I'm just good at what I do, but I've been doing this a long time.
Alright.
Does Balrick know that I can use magic at this point? I can't remember.
Have you used magic? You've just used your crossbow, I think.
I did light up some stones at one point when we entered the forest, but I think it's
I
the
think
only
you made
magic
it
I've
look
done.
like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, you threw some like magnesium-esque powder on it. Essentially, you used
I think.
phosphorescence.
I mean, to Balrick, you could like outright do a spell if you were doing it with your tools. Or Balrick was like, "Oh, it's just a fancy smashy technology." You don't know what technology is.
And you haven't really brought out any of your tinkered with items at this point, or shown them off. So
The only thing is my crossbow, but that's just
a really
crossbow,
well-made
doesn't
crossbow.
look like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two very quiet people.
These three are the early risers who, workaholics and bad
Can I-
dreams.
Make an animal handling check just to like.
Yeah.
This is kind of to foster a good relationship, so I can hopefully get advantage on future animal handling checks. I'm gonna try
Go
and
for
get
it.
a relationship with this oxy. I don't have proficiency. 20. 30, 20.
Oh, I don't have proficiency.
Oh no.
Cool. Sleepy 3.
That's you, Aderyn,
I
Lesley.
guess we have to wake up.
No. Aderyn. No, we don't. No, we're good. I think we can sleep for another 3 hours.
Okay, the two of you sleep in to the point that Balrick start getting annoyed that he hasn't seen you.
Togrim, do you have like some fancy gizmo that'll like make loads of noise and you can shove under the door?
Tauri's not awake either.
I was going to say, Tauri, what are you up to?
We're being
Uh,
victimized.
It does have a small bit of a lie-in, but not past kind of the 7th hour, as it were, in quotes, if you use a 24-hour clock.
It's not a lion.
It is a 24-hour day because I ain't dealing with that.
Yes.
Calendar, I'll fuck with. Day,
Hour.
no.
Oh, weeks. Are you a 10-day or are you just
It's a 7-day week.
Uh,
But only a 4-day work week. Capitalism.
or the ability to have a bath.
Are you kidding, Emma? We're a gig economy.
And then eventually turn up at the wagon with enough sausage baps for the party.
Okay.
Alright, you've appeased me.
Look, some of you can work on an empty stomach, but I like to at least A, have the smoke out of my head, because God forbid that hangs around for days. And I like to have some food, as she's also swigging on the coffee she has with her.
Quite right too, I say, walking by smelling of smoke.
I've not watched anything. Rough adventure. Type.
Yes, but some of us, A, care about our appearance, other than just being covered in blood, and B, have hair.
I think you just called you bald.
His name is Balrick.
And Goliath can't have hair on their head.
What?
But
Well, who's
what does
bald?
Yeah.
I'm not
This one
bald.
does.
It's just mean.
That's Wizards of the Coast world, not in my world.
I know.
It is wild to me though, like,
Balrick,
Goliaths
right?
can't have
Not
hair.
bald.
Like, half your giants have hair. What are you on about?
You know, it's Balrick, not Bald Rick, right? His name's not. We've just been making fun of him.
Who's just Rick? He's got a luscious mane. Gorgeous mane with salt and pepper sticks and stuff.
I'm not picturing him like it's the auditory, but like old.
There's literally art. Short art now, edit. Gavin, edit it. Editors. Short art. Ulrich has hair. Zoom in. Fast zoom in. This is hair. Title.
I'm
Ulrich has
changing it.
hair.
I'm making you bold.
Emma's got Photoshop out. Emma's
We're
making memes.
We're just gonna contact the original artist. She's like, yeah, I already had him bald. That's what we envisioned.
Alright,
The hair is a toupee.
At this point, it's starting to annoy you that the other two haven't turned up.
Aldrin, can you go do something to wake them up? Go with some technology before I kick their door in.
I'll give it a go. Yeah.
We've learned our door's actually quite hard to kick in, so
Yeah.
The door's
try.
broken.
Yeah, there's
So
definitely no door.
You can't kick it
It
in.
was hard to kick in.
I have my magical tinkering ability, so I
Ooh.
will head over to their room. I'm assuming there's enough of a gap in the door that I can slide like a piece of paper under it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna hit the piece of paper with a hammer when I'm at the top of the stairs when no one's looking, and it'll emit the sound of some birds chirping
Oh, that's
just
really
continuously.
Oh,
See
that's
if that
really
works.
annoying.
It's not like no, but it's not like tweet tweet tweet. It's like tweet 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 tweet.
Tweet, tweet, tweet,
That's a
tweet,
decent beat.
tweet,
I used to have an alarm clock that one of the settings was relaxing rainforest, and it was like birds of prey and heavy rain and it was so not relaxing.
Like vulture sounds.
Yeah,
So
but
assuming
apparently a piece of paper and a hammer makes a chirping sound.
that's so cute.
Artificers are weird, man.
Yeah.
I think we're both gonna wake up like really well rested and like keep
Yeah.
covers off the eyes. Like, oh, Nice.
For the station I had to like instantly be brushed. Can I do that? Can the station do that?
I think it can, but I think we sleep with the enrollers anyway. Because beauty is pain. Little mustache rollers.
What is
Togrim's,
that noise? It's so pleasant.
Togrim's also gonna knock on the door and be like, guys, are you getting up yet? We're heading for an early start.
Oh, early. What time is it?
Late.
No, the
I don't know
hour-
what time it
the
actually
hour,
is.
son.
People haven't invented watches yet.
Is it late?
Do it,
Or
John.
late?
That should be a thing. Togrim should have a watch at some point. Considering he worked at the Clockwork Guild for 3 years.
He's overclocked, so I'm overrated.
It
Use the
is.
sun.
He's into sundials now.
The sundial on his wrist.
So much more retro. You get some better, better sound on that time.
It's gone 9 at this point.
How much time do we have to get ready?
Negative.
Keep in
5
mind, we
minutes
need
before
2 hours.
Balrick gets annoyed. I mean, he's already annoyed, but
Why is he annoyed? It's
because
To
he
the
wanted
rest,
to
like,
up
all right,
early.
we'll just leave them without them. Like, you guys get packed up. We'll just
Okay.
them two can be left behind. Togrim comes back. We'll go.
Lesley. Let's go before they get annoyed.
I guess we can get more freshened up on the wagon.
Yeah.
The spacious wagon with all the cushions and the flowy seats.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I
It's
don't
gonna be
think
so luxurious.
it doesn't look like it's even noon.
No, I think it's well before noon, but I think we should probably still start the day right and get some something to help us on our journey. And we're gonna go down and buy, I think, some wines. I think wines are the best to travel with.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I mean,
We're on the road, darling.
we're more known for mead.
Yeah. Did we like their mead? Aderyn, did we like their mead?
Mead is a type of wine.
I think we gave it like a 4.
I mean, you're not going to insult me. It's not mine.
Oh, well, why not both? Both. It's good to have variety.
Both's
Yeah, I
good.
guess you can hit the general store, see if they've got any wine, but none of the bars are going to carry it.
Oh, just the meat then, I guess. That's okay.
And I think some sardies, some bacon. You have pigs.
I mean, most of our meat's already been taken by the lovely lass Tauri.
Lovely. She is quite charming.
She is, but you think we are more stylish, right?
Right?
Yeah, stylish in your own way.
Song.
That's good, yes.
Look, may the dragoness guide you on your journeys,
Your
okay?
employer is the equivalent of your mum saying, yes, you're beautiful in heart.
And if you're ever back in Calgarth again, well, you're welcome at Inn number 2. Okay?
Thank
But
you.
seriously, travel safe, yeah?
Thank you, Song.
Anyway,
We'll miss you. We'll write.
she pulls up 2 bottles of mead. Don't mention I got these. 10 gold for the 2.
Oh.
Only 2. Only
Oh.
2.
You know, we traveled for more than a morning.
I don't make it.
Is there any chance that between Inn number 2 and the wagon, there is the general store? Or is there any way that we can make our way to the general store without Balrick seeing us sneaking out to get more
You can
alcohol?
Sneak out the back.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
quick.
We'll be quick.
Be quick. It's essential.
It's
He
a
wouldn't like.
It's a shortcut.
Can I make a perception check?
He would not like to travel with us
You
sober.
can indeed. Roll with perception, you 2 roll stealth.
So I assume they have to then go out in the front door of the general store.
Yes, which
Okay,
does
we-
back onto the courtyard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you would know. Oh no, never mind. That's fine. Carry on.
You don't know
Oh.
shit.
18th stealth.
18 stealth.
21 perception.
They make it all the way to the general store front door. as you're like,
Aderyn.
We go in.
and
We
your
go in.
voice carries across the courtyard far more than it should.
And eyes
And like-
flash. There's a little bit. There's a little hint of a thaumaturgy that happens. A draconic rage. Pension, yeah, it's not inherently noticeably magical, but it is definitely a dad voice.
Sort of pop up the other side of the wagon.
Lesley Platt, Aderyn Hill, here, now.
Start inhaling.
Togrim would have just wandered back from the inn, back to the cart, leaving Lesley and Aderyn to get up. So he's just gonna be like arriving at that point. And he's like, "Fucking hell, that was loud, Balrick."
Woohoo.
Proper, like, dad in front of the car, ready for a vacation. At his foot, all packed up. Like,
And Leslie's gonna turn and say, "We need food for the cow." Walking in. Walking in.
You walk into the general store. I imagine Balrick might be pissed off. Balrick, as you're doing this, you actually notice that Captain Pelisi's walking across the courtyard towards you and is like bemused by the loud volume. In the general store, however,
My excuse is none of these people know what I've really met Goliath, so it's a Goliath thing.
Yeah.
Just a thing.
yeah, this is a packed ass store. Like, it is an old family store that has got like too many shelves to be fitting in here. A lot of them are warped and aged over time, but they're stacked with pretty much anything you can think of would be in a store. You spot a couple of like small dragonborn, maybe like teenagers, running around stocking shelves, and an older dragonborn and adult dragonborn. All of them are green, standing behind the counter at the far end of the store.
We're just gonna run up to him and just be like, "You have 10 seconds. Quick, give us all the wine, all the cheese, all the
What? Sure. Any particular? Just.
This is an emergency. Just hurry.
Just like runs into the back where they keep the alcohol.
And something that cows eat.
What? Comes back out with like an armful of like 7 bottles of wine. Just like they start rolling across the table. One of them heads towards the edge where Lesley, you like quickly go in and catch the bottle of wine, put it back up. Cow food. Balrick, grab the cow feed. I don't know. And see one of the teenage dragonborn go running off to one side of the store where they grab a large sack and like start trying to carry it over, but it's too big for them.
The cheese. Don't forget the cheese.
Lots of cheese.
Oh, Joe, cheese, right down. Goes running off to the other side of the store where there's like a cheese counter. Cheese, coffee, 7 bottles of wine. 45 gold.
45. Okay.
Wait on the captain's tab. She sent us. It's a village emergency.
Roll deception.
We need wine and cow feed.
Too bad roll. I'm not rolling well today. Did you say deception?
Yep.
My deception.
Look at it, Finn!
11.
Pay up and I'll get her to reimburse you.
Leslie's gonna kind of sheepishly like pull the money out of his purse, just put it on the counter. Oh, thank you very much. And like
Okay.
an extra like 2 silver as like a thank you for your haste.
Okay. Are you done? I'll never understand them. As the kids like have run up and like are waiting by the counter with the stuff that you just grab out of their hands, you see as they're leaving, he flicks the 2 silver coins to the kids.
Oh, I should have given him 3, but that's nice.
Yeah, Balrick, as Polizzi approaches. Oh, I'm glad I managed to catch you. I'm afraid you would have left by now.
Oh yeah.
So you're welcome for stalling.
I wanted to be out quite a while ago, but we've got some of our travelling companions are less punctual than us.
You almost
Oh.
called us a party.
Well, hopefully they are decent travel companions, if not morning companions. It's nothing serious. I'm just, as I say, wanted to have a word. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for everything you did for no real reason. Most of you are travellers passing through. Yes, you've done us a great service. I hope the wagon holds up for you. But I did want to give you a little bit of warning. You know how I mentioned that the Jugo had been asking around town about all of you?
Mm-hmm. Hey.
It seems between, even with the express writ in the hands of Tauri, public opinion led a certain way, and I have it on good authority that the Jugo sent a letter to the branch of the Castigators down in Breclian City. Now, I don't know anything, as far as I'm concerned. Everything I saw and was explained was above board. But the Officio don't take kindly to even edge cases at times, especially the Castigators. So, maybe keep that in mind as you travel.
I appreciate the forewarning.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, now or next time you're passing through, please do shout. Which way were you heading?
Eastward.
Eastward. Recommend you stop off in San Roy Car along the way. It's the end of the Covenmer Trail. Excellent place to stay down there.
Got it.
See you in the sights. And then she heads off to probably go get some sleep because she's exhausted.
Or a coffee. She's got. We paid for infinite coffee for her from in number 2.
That is true. In fact, you remind her of that, and
Go get yourself a coffee. It's on us.
You've earned it.
yeah. At which point you see these two come barreling back out of the general store, wine, cheese, and a sack of some kind in hand.
Got the cat feed.
Is that your supplies?
Yes?
You think wine and cheese as the suitable supplies for a long journey?
Well,
Hey,
we
cheese
would have
isn't
got
that
grapes.
bad, Balrick.
We would have got grapes to eat like this.
You only gave us 5 minutes.
The cheese isn't that bad, it'll last.
Give you multiple hours.
They don't count if it's sleeping hours.
Load it on the wagon.
Wait. Where is our wagon?
I'm literally
Is it
standing
behind this shit wagon?
That can't be it, right?
This is our wagon. It looks fine.
Lesley, are you seeing this?
It's a massive,
don't.
it's a sturdy thing, and I tap the side, and a piece of wood falls off. It's beautiful and sturdy.
I don't think I've ever been a
Go for him. You can fix that.
cart.
Right?
It's a cart.
And I hand him the plank of wood.
Yeah, I've got lots to fix.
Maybe it will be better inside. Yes, I'm gonna go take a look. No,
This is inside.
it does not get better.
Leslie's
There
gonna uncork
isn't even
the
an
first
inside,
bottle
it's
of...
a flatbed, basically.
Leslie's uncorked a bottle of wine and handed it to Aderyn.
And this is.
Guys, it's a wagon. It's not a
Oh my god. Oh my god. I've just looked up because obviously I named the goat Govar because that's Scots Gaelic. That's Gaelic for
Oh no, what's...
goat. the Gaelic word for oxen is Dave. Right? And this is Dave.
Damn!
It's Daimh, which I believe is pronounced Dave or Dave.
Dave!
Dave.
Dave! It's Dave!
Dave?
Daimh. I'll have to double check the pronunciation on that.
Well, that's the episode title sorted.
Dave the
Oh, the oxen.
Dave.
Dave the Oxen.
Oxen named Dave. It's a play on called Wanda. Dave.
Is this even? It's not a covered wagon or anything.
Nope.
I'm sort of
No.
imagining like the
No.
start to Skyrim.
Yep.
Just like
Yeah,
flatbed
exactly
with
it.
seats.
Exactly
Yeah.
it. Nice
Small.
one.
Are
Yeah,
there
okay.
seats? Are there at least like?
Yeah.
Is there like a bench?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I assume that there's room for 2 people at the front, and then room for like 6 people.
There's room for 1 at the front. It's a 1-person driver, but 3 normal-sized people can probably squeeze in either side in the back. Might be a bit of a shoulder-to-shoulder thing, but
Question, because I know. Did Tauri? How did Tauri make it here? Part of a caravan with their own transport, or what?
I don't know. How did she?
I can imagine that she would probably have joined a caravan, but I suspect she would have brought her own horse, if that was possible.
I mean, you could have rented a horse. You wouldn't have owned a horse.
That makes sense. I should look at.
I have looked up. The pronunciation is Dave.
Dave.
This is Dave the Oxen.
Amazing.
Right. What horrible thing can I do, Dave the Oxen, that'll scar him forever?
No, we need to keep this. We're keeping the wagon forever. This is our wagon now. We're gonna
We're gonna
improve it.
upgrade it.
We're gonna upgrade it. We're gonna get a first thing is a canopy.
Yes, it's gonna kill Dave.
Needs an expansion. We need a toilet. We need a shower.
I think
guess
that's the
I'm
first
I'm
thing.
gonna need.
First thing's like a beer tap.
I
I think we
guess
can
that I'm
really
gonna
do
need that Brennan Lee Mulligan moment from you. Just the I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna kill that oxen.
I'm gonna kill that ox. Still have to watch on Sleeping City. Anyway, anything else anyone has to do in town?
Do we have any supplies? I think the wine and cheese will be fine, but whether do we need any other supplies?
And we said it in the hours that we had to wait. I went to the shop and got some actual rations
Sure. How many days worth of rations?
for all 6 of us. How many days do we think? How many days is the journey to Naray estimated?
Well, you know this roughly because Togrim's done the journey the opposite way.
A week,
So-
wasn't it?
Yeah, so most of the journey is on the Covenmer Trail until you get to Samurai Car, at which point you're then on the coastal route, Merchant Way. It's 4 days to Samurai Car. You then know from here. You then know it's another 3, 4, 5, depending on travel, from there to Ximori, which was the route you took, Togrim. Naray is closer than Ximori, so it's only probably a couple of days from Samurai Car.
I'll get 7 days worth of rations for us.
That
I'll say
is
by,
That's 42.
yeah, standard costs.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm such a dad paying for all this as well. Jesus Christ.
You brought this upon yourself.
Yeah.
you are the party dad. You did this.
Yeah, so 42, so 21 gold for.
Can I at least be the party bank at the same time?
I'm happy to do that. I don't want to deal with my money.
21 gold, yeah.
21 gold all told, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can I do that? Can I just give you my money?
Yeah, give me your money. Give me your money.
No, but like, and then you just give it to me when I want it.
Sure, after I've invested it.
I will.
In the
Darren,
stock market.
It's
Stock
been
market
invested
is
wisely.
interesting. Is actually a market square where all the prisoners are put in stocks, and you put money on which one will cry first.
I got
And if
You
it's a bull,
shout at them, are you worth more or less?
and if it's a bull market, that means that they'll release the bulls into said stock market.
Exactly, you get it.
Yeah.
Balrick.
Hey, Aderyn.
I have 15 gold.
Or is this to pay for your lateness?
No, I just thought because you like carrying stuff, you could carry mine.
I could keep yours.
Then I don't have to think about it, you know?
Ah, yeah, give me your gold, don't think about it.
No,
Hey?
no, but like for the group, for expenses, you know?
Hey, okay. You give me your gold and you don't have to think about it.
Okay, but I'll keep the 5 though for emergencies.
Do you only have 15 gold?
Well, I have to buy drugs. And they were
You
like,
also you won 60. You won 60.
yeah,
We also got like 200 gold from the reward.
I got 149 gold, so I
no
think.
one gave me mine.
So you've been holding her gold this whole. You've been
Apparently.
holding her gold this whole time. This whole time.
Wait, so I have more money?
No, I've not. What? I took 200. What?
I've got more gold.
No, we got 200 each. We got 1,200 gold.
I
Split it between 6.
I
And
only
then
have
You
50.
got an extra 60 from making wild bets.
Hey?
You might have another 10 coming your way.
You should have had 260 gold.
So
She spent it all on drugs.
How much did drugs cost?
the,
She bought the drugs beforehand.
Yeah.
They better be real good drugs.
You haven't seen the new
Oh.
drugs.
wait, I'm gonna check my other bag. Yeah, never mind. I have 270 gold.
Where have you found that? Have you found it on your sheet or are you just making it up? Oh my god, Aderyn, do you want me to take care of your money?
Can I trust you?
Yes,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
but more than you.
Okay, but can I keep 10 for emergency?
I tell you what, I'll give you an allowance.
Okay. No, this is
Yeah.
this works. I'm used to just not having to carry it around and just putting everything on my father's tab, so
Hey,
you can fulfill that role.
okay. So, is this a
Well,
transference? Do you want me to put it on my sheet and you can take it off your sheet?
Yes.
While all this is going on,
Yeah.
can I go into the
Anyway.
I'd like to go into the general store real quick
Yeah.
and just buy 20 crossbow bolts
Sure.
and 2 more axes.
They have crossbow bolts. They don't have. Well, they do have axes, but they're like wood chopping axes.
That's
You
fine by me.
can make use of them if you want. There is a blacksmith in town who might have something more sturdy that would be more like a woodsman's rather than just like a wood pile. But it's up to you.
Note of how much I
No, I
do.
only need a couple of small ones.
Cool.
Ask me when you need it.
But I don't know how much I'll forget how much I gave you.
Yeah, well, that's the point. You just ask me when you need money and I'll see. Well, good news, I'm doing the opposite of Fame Down now. I have got loads of money.
Yeah,
444 gold.
yeah, but that is mine.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
oh,
While
I
they're
don't
still having this, conversation, I'd just like to walk up and basically pass the crossbow bolts to Togrim.
Aww.
Oh,
You
thank
like
you.
these, don't you? You use those, don't you?
I could do with some more. I've got a
Give me
lot,
some
but I
that,
could do
you
with some
know.
more.
Yeah, give me some that weren't in me. So
Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Incredible.
While all of that was happening,
Yeah.
Tauri will
Smash cut.
yeah, Tauri would have tried to find out if there was a bookstore or library of any kind.
Yeah. There is a small bookstore. A couple of people will point you in the direction. It's down like a side street off the main way. There's a small bookstore just called Osea's. Osea's Books. Have you ever seen what's the old BBC comedy with the Irish guy and Bill?
black books.
Black Books. Basically exactly the Black Book store is what you're looking at. It's not organised. It's shelves and tables of just randomly piled books. There is no organisational structure. Inside, you do come across Osea, who is a human woman, kind of probably 30s, you would assume, maybe edging into 40s. Short cropped black hair, but it's not like brushed or anything like that. It's a bit wispy and all over the place. She seems fine. Doesn't really raise conversation with you as you enter. Small bell as you push the door open.
Morning. You don't happen to have any books on ancient smithing styles and such, do you?
I don't think so. Although, don't exactly keep great records. You're welcome to look around and see what you can find. More often than not, I end up with fiction books rather than non-fiction, but they occasionally come into town. I'm happy to help you look around if you want. Not exactly busy today.
Thank you, yes, that would be appreciated. So I have a look to see if I can find anything on old dwarven style.
Sure.
Anything old as well, not just dwarven. That kind of thing.
Yep. Roll me an investigation check with advantage as she is helping you.
Investigation, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
22.
22. You're there for a short while. You're aware that you're kind of pressed for time and Balrick's getting pretty pissed, so you're not digging into the deep stacks, as it were, but you're taking a quick kind of browse along the shelves for anything of particular name. Two ones pick your attention up in the end that you pull off the shelves. The first is something called the Cauldron of Raw Air, which is and it's the Cauldron of Raw Air and other Navin folk tales. Navin is the area to the northeast of the Empire, beyond the Curswain Wood, the other side of Dragoncrest Bay. Bay of Dragonsong, even. The Cauldron of Raw Air is a fairly well-known folk tale up there. You've never read it before, but the imagery and everything on it, and old folk tales, you're bound to find something. You kind of quickly browse through, and there's mentions of giants in places here and there, so that draws your attention. The other thing you find is actually a history book, a piece of non-fiction, which is it's titled "The Jewel Road," and its role throughout Kaldruin history. The Jewel Road, there is a map on the inside of the cover. The Jewel Road is an ancient road that existed pre-awakening, that pieces of it were essentially subsumed into Imperial infrastructure. So a lot of the main roadways use part of the Jewel Road. The Jewel Road leads up through Rycleo Valley, and between the two mountain ranges up north. And those are the two things that kind of grab your attention. You don't have enough time to kind of read them fully, but they grab your attention enough that you think they might be something that I could check out later on.
Possible to purchase these two?
Certainly. 5 silver pieces for each sound reasonable to you?
Yes. Okay, that'll be fine.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you.
Glad we found something.
Thank you. Do you happen to know where it will be possible to buy some weapons? The location of the blacksmith.
Oh, yes. The blacksmith is actually the other side of the courtyard. You'll find him next to the stables. Fairly useful for horse reshoeing.
Yes. Great, thank you. And I'll head off in that direction next.
Cool. As you're crossing the courtyard, you'll see the two who've hit the general store coming back in with their loads up. Balrick having finished off his conversation with Captain Peligi. Balrick, you'll see Tauri kind of walking directly across the courtyard, not towards you.
Ulrich, Tauri yells, I just need to replace my bolts. I'll be 2 minutes. I'll meet you on the edge of town.
You couldn't have done it in the time before they got up.
Well, that was my aim. I was trying to do it, but they appeared.
I will say with this element is Balrick, at least she is now heading in the right direction.
Right. Meet you at the edge of town, not here then, yeah? We can settle it.
Yes, definitely.
We'll meet you at the east. There's an eastern gate in there.
Yeah, northeastern gate.
Yeah. So we'll meet you at the northeast gate.
See you there.
Everyone else
Grab those.
ready to go.
Yeah, all good to go. All ready now. I tuck my 2 new axes in like the back of my belt.
Everyone's had their toilet break and all that. Was not stopping that often.
I mean,
No.
yes, this isn't my first time doing this sort of thing, Balrick.
Mate. I'll hop on, driver's seat. I assume I'm driving at this point. I don't know if anyone.
You're the only one that's paid attention to the ox, so yeah.
I mean, does anyone have proficiency with land vehicles? Lesley is a fighter.
I have proficiency with animal handling.
Maybe-
Lesley does not drive. He does not drive well.
You have proficiency with? Yeah, but what's your wisdom, Ximori?
It's a grand total of 0.
I'm
That's really funny. Alright, I'll drive and get on. Yeah! And yeah, drive towards the edge of town.
Cool. You come to the gate, manned by a single scale guard who just kind of checks anything you're carrying, just to record. You're not carrying anything of importance. He doesn't really care.
I've got my saddlebags and I've got my.
Yeah, he doesn't do a thorough check. You're kind of well known at this point, and also within the scale guard, kind of well known that Peligi kind of likes you lot, and so he doesn't really want to cause any problems with the captain.
I just want to check my hunting goods, like my furs and stuff. They're all gone.
Yes,
It's just the special stuff in the saddlebags,
special stuff.
which I keep near my seat if I can. If I can wrap them around my seat so they're sort of set up and not in the back with everyone else.
Yep.
And then the Displacer Beast stuff all wrapped up in a thing.
Yeah, it's quite a sodden bag of gore at this point because it's not been dried out at any point. But you know, it's not nice, Lesley. I'm sorry.
So I'm assuming that Aderyn's just prestidigitating the scent away from us.
That'll do. But you finally start out late morning of the 28th of Baltesian. You begin on the Covenmer Trail eastward towards the Dragoncrest Coast Grand Province. Would someone like to roll me a d10?
As the driver, I suppose I'll do the first one. 10 or 0.
Yay, travelling music.
Cue the montage. 10. The clouds that had been gathering this morning don't look that inviting eastward, and as you continue travelling, they get thicker and darker until much of the light is kind of blotted out, and shortly after noon, the storm fully breaks and an absolute torrential downpour begins on all of you in your uncovered wagon, and rumbles of thunder echo through the landscape. Ximori, you would roll me a religion check. Anyone from the Empire can roll a religion check.
I'm gonna shout back to Lesley across the thunder. How are your silks helping you now?
Lesley and
Lesley
Aderyn are gonna have like silks like covering their faces. They're gonna like, you know, like movie stars, sunglasses, silks like behind them.
Yeah.
They're so comfortable. They're sat with cool silks, protected from the sun. There's silk under their arses, so it's not like
from the sun to storm.
from the sun.
The sun that faded very
Sunny
quickly.
Willow rings. It's sunny Willow
14
rings.
on the religion check.
Lesley's drenched
14.
and still living there in
And my silks are still fleeing. Yeah, we've had a lot of wine.
I've got a question. Could I have mage? How big can mage hands be?
A hand the size of a hand.
Oh, well that's fine. Can I have 2 mage hands like this?
Did you just
Umbrella.
every so often like press digitate our stuff dry?
Rain works quicker. As
I want an old mage
you
hand over.
fully understand why the Brecklian Fields are such a fertile growing space. The road itself becoming quite thick, rich mud, and heavy rain coming down after days of glorious sunshine.
Who's sat
Just reach.
behind Les? What are you?
Yeah, what's the seating plan?
Yeah, what is the seating plan? Let's go with this.
This is important.
Five of you squished into the back.
So it's like it's opposite rows, right?
Yeah, it's banks facing each other.
Ximori's probably like near the like getting off end.
Yeah.
So Ximori's next to you, Lesley. Between you and Aderyn.
I've reached into my bag and pulled out like an oilskin cloak as part of my traveller's clothes.
So does it go like Aderyn, Lesley, Ximori, and then Togrim, Tauri?
Okay, so Ximori's getting their face like slapped by some wet silks flapping behind Les.
Wait, did you just say 3 and then the 2 here?
So it's side by side. So say you're
Wait,
heading
why are
towards.
Togrim and Tauri together?
So
Ximori's
it's-
Why is
getting more space.
Togrim on the side of only 2 people?
Ah,
Well, Gethin said that Lesley was next to Ximori.
Ximori is the
why.
only one to speak up. So
Okay, so we're just like huddled.
I'm like, yeah.
I want to. Leslie wants to be as close to Balrick as possible, just to like annoy him when the chance
Oh my
arises.
God.
But is that happening? Wait.
Is Lesley a backseat driver?
I want my feet to dangle off the back. So,
Leslie
like,
can't. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Maybe it could be Aderyn, Lesley, Togrim, Ximori, Tauri. Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
We can change it up as we travel, we're not
so
bored.
just constantly moving seats.
I'm annoyingly cheerful about the thunderstorm going on. That's
Leslie's gonna drink himself silly for a little bit and just ignore the rain.
it's fine. This is good. This is a good thing.
Take a deep breath, Lesley. Smell the life in the air.
Yeah, she's blessing our passage. This is amazing.
Are you
Good news.
I'd have taken that road actually. I think maybe if you had the cart slightly more in the center of the road, it wouldn't be so bumpy back here.
What was that, Lesley? You want to drive? Is that what you're saying?
I think I could do an okay job of it.
You're happy to trade over if you want. You want to take the reins, Lesley? Shows how it's done.
Will you teach me?
Teach you? Nobody sounds like you're an expert driver.
I think I'd do a great job of it, but I think maybe I don't know how to drive with. We don't use oxen where I'm from. Only the greatest stallions.
It's the same controls.
Fuck.
You're not having it, you're not feeling up for it.
Maybe I've had a little bit too much wine for that.
How very responsible of you. Don't do things right.
But tomorrow I will show you.
Your
I will
son.
show you all.
Hey, okay. I'm waiting.
Speaking of, wait, fuck. We don't have anywhere to sleep.
I'll sleep on the road. Well, you can sleep in the wagon if you feel like naps. Rain. Thunderstorms. Yeah, it's nice and relaxing. We can camp. We've got the open fields.
There are taverns. There's gonna be taverns.
Oh, no stop for 4 days, I think. Wasn't that right, Togrim?
Something like that. Yeah.
We're going
There's
this.
the odd roadside inn. Not that many.
I thought it was 4 days till what's it called, and then that's it. There's
Sound
nothing in between.
I mean, pretty much, there's no settlements
Mm.
on this road between there and there.
We have a tent.
I don't think we have a tent. We just have like bedrolls and stuff, don't we?
Unless you bought a tent.
Also, it was a completely dry journey on the way over here, so there's no boggy roads to deal with.
It's
And
fine. We can make a little bit of a whack.
Togrim rolled a 1 on his religion check, so he's not feeling good about the rain.
Yeah, it's confusing to you that Ximori's saying that she's blessing the journey right now.
We rolled an 18 for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're aware that Jade Dragoness Kalarashi is... I mean, she's affiliated with pretty much every domain, but common threads are clouds and thunderstorms and that kind of sort of thing. So...
As we're riding along, I take out a sort of little wooden, like sort of penny whistle recorder kind of thing. I just start playing a tune, playing a little ditty as we go.
Is it good or bad?
Let's see.
Performance check, please.
13 plus 1. It's not bad. Plus 3. I've got proficiency in performance, so that's 15.
Pleasant.
Tauri eventually kind of brings out her guitar and just starts harmonizing with you.
Ooh.
A little dance party in the back of the... In the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yeah. I'm having a great time.
Oh, so that the guitar in the middle of a thunderstorm that I'm a bit worried about. I just love this dance party in the back of the wagon in the middle of like.
This is gonna lift Leslie's spirits greatly.
I
Leslie's
was
gonna
wrong.
start
It's the 27th, not the 28th.
Today it's the 20.
When you first met, it was the 25th. That was the bandit attack. The 26th was Displacer Beasts hunting.
It's been a busy
27th
3
is today.
days.
We awaken on the 27th.
This morning.
Session 9.
We then went back and went to sleep again.
Oh yeah, that's right. We napped.
We had a little nap before morning.
Naps are cool.
Yeah.
Still the 27th.
But your travel is not quick. While the road is still there and pretty well worn, the heavy rain does slow you down a little bit, so you don't make quite as much progress as you would like. And as the sun begins to set, there's no roadside tavern or anything like that in sight for those of you hoping for a comfortable night's sleep. However, Balrick, you do spot a small roadside shrine up ahead. No more than maybe the height of, like, half your height, maybe. Small stone structure with a roughly carved, but still decent craftsmanship, wingless dragon kind of wrapping around this, let's say, small shrine with a small brass bowl, offering bowl, sheltered out from the rain.
Like a little statue. Not like a shrine, like a shelter, like a shrine, like a statue.
Yeah, exactly. A place where people can kind of give offerings or have a quiet prayer. And it seems like a decent enough place to stop. You can kind of pull off to the side of the road. It's not a dangerous site, and
Sheltered from the rain a little bit.
not great. There's not much around here that would shelter you from the rain. It's probably one of those sleep under the wagons if you want out of the rain nights.
The ground particularly boggy.
No, that's the thing that really draws you in at this point, is it does seem like relatively firm ground.
You asked that with too much excitement in your voice. Too much excitement.
Boggy?
Oh, is the ground boggy?
No, I'm asking it as a I'm asking as the wilderness man, being like, oh, is it safe ground? Is there a cover? Is there a tree nearby or something? Can we build a lean-to? Alright, I think here's a good enough time to. I assume the wagon has like little lanterns on the side.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's got like a lantern on each side that we can pull off and have like a.
Yeah.
Alright. I pulled the wagon to the side just before just after the shrine. Alright, I think here's a safe enough place to stop. Rest up for the night. There's some, I won't say dry ground, but solid ground around the shrine. Ximori, I understand you're a bit. You're a follower of this, aren't you?
I mean, I follow it. I wouldn't say, I'm a devout. I'll make a little offering.
Yeah. Give us whatever protection we can, and hopefully it's a safer place. Yeah, feel comfortable here. I'll try and clear us some ground to sleep on, make sure it's relatively dry. Maybe I can put together a cover between the wagon and the shrine, and you guys get comfortable, I suppose.
Roll me a survival check.
And then
Cover for a fire or something.
I'm not. If some people want to start a fire or something, I'm going to try and basically, rather than having my bedroll to sleep in, because I'm pretty used to sleep on the ground, I'm going to try and spread it out and use my cloak as well for that to try and create a little lean-to between the wagon and the shrine. So we've got a.
I'm happy to dry anything that needs drying.
Aderyn being a
This is just
personal
ripping.
hairdryer.
21.
21.
Well,
Considering the equipment that you've got is not designed for this in any way, shape, or form, you make a pretty damn good stab at it.
It's not leak-proof. Like, it's literally like there's a cloak. Like, it's like a blanket fort.
Yeah.
So literally, like, there's a cloak and there's a bedroll, and there's a hole in the middle.
What you're extremely thankful for is the fact that the wind has died down and that the rain does seem to be easing at least, so hopefully at some point it might stop.
It's enough that we've got the ability to build a fire without it being rained on,
Exactly.
and we can sit around it. I'm happy to, like, sleep leaned up against the wagon and not take up as much space. Yeah.
I mean, if we gather around a bit, it'll be a bit warmer as well.
Right. I'll take first watch. I'll keep an eye on the road. And you guys
4 hours, so I can.
Yes. You can take second, then yeah.
I'll take a second.
And yeah, I've got this lantern. So we've got these lanterns on the wagon. I'm going to take one off, 2 off, and just have one and put one near the shrine. It's just like a little light around us as well. No, actually, if we've got a campfire, leave that on the wagon so I can see it from the road.
Mm-hmm. Take first watch. Do you want to roll perception?
Ooh. 10.
10. Nothing goes on. You have the kind of last vestiges of light before the sun fully disappears. And during, as your watch is coming to an end, the rain does kind of finally let up with the last few rumbles of thunder. The sound of the rain kind of plinking off the offering bowl kind of settles a little bit. Had been a little bit drilling into your mind. But it's peaceful out here. Doesn't seem to be much traffic going past, if any, at this point. Anything you want to do on watch? or pass on to Ximori?
Just sit and relax and breathe after a few days of kind of chaotic travel, and just feel a bit more comfortable being out in nature, out in my world. I feel safe and secure, and staring out into the darkness as far as the campfire can see, looking at the stars. Really relaxed on the rain. You don't hear. I didn't not heard much rain from my homeland in the Frost Fjords, so
Yeah.
it's a relatively alien thing every time, and it's magical to me.
Eventually, Ximori stirs from their meditation.
I'll pass the lantern to them. Right, your turn. I'm going to get quick. Get some quick shot eye, as much as I can. It's been a long day.
Yeah, no worries.
Wait,
What's
Wait,
the sort of temperature at the moment, Gethin?
It's warm. It's late summer, so you're not cold by any means. You're just kind of damp, and there's a humidity to it because everything got trapped by the cloud layer.
Yeah, I'll wake you if I need to, but should be alright. Sort of set the lantern and just sort of stretch a bit, and
I assume the campfire's mostly died down as well and everything. So.
I was basically gonna pop up onto the top of the wagon and just sort of make myself comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, settle into my watch.
Got roll perception.
And it is a 13.
13. The last few kind of drops on the brass bowl finish up. Light wind picks up and almost makes it seem to hum slightly due to the small layer of water in there. And the cloud breaks a little. Just enough for a little bit of Perios's light to shine down the road. But other than that, it's largely uneventful.
So yeah, while I'm sort of sitting there, I'm just like hop down after a little while, settle myself down next to the wagon, just sort of stare at Tauri and Aderyn.
Oh, that's it.
After Togrim's 6 hours of sleep, can he get up and then go and pray at the shrine?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Ximori, as you're staring at Aderyn, Aderyn, even. Aderyn. Aderyn. The dappled sunlight plays through the leaves of a verdant forest as you feel the soft earth beneath your feet wandering your way through. Turning, a dancing sunbeam hit your eyes. Blinking in the dark, a cool stone feels nice under your palm as you stoop low through this tunnel. The soothing blue-grey stone glistens with moisture here, somewhere below the surface. Tracing your fingers along a cloudy, purple vein in the stone, a spark of violet catches your eyes. Staring out into the cold, empty cavern. Vast beyond even your half-elven vision. Its enormity takes away your breath. Darkness out, darkness down, calling you into it. A voice, no, a mind presses towards you. Your vision begins to swim, and your eyes achingly stare up at the leaves as mist winds through the trees. Night's coming. Return to safety. sleep. Chink! As you hear glass chip. Togrim.
Who was seeing all that?
Just Aderyn.
Okay. I thought it was, but then I got really confused. Yeah, so after Togrim's 6 hours, he wants to get up and go and pray at the statue. Or shrine.
Ximori, do you kind of go back to a little bit of a semblance of sleep just while you were ending your watch there?
No, stay awake. I'm up now, and Togrim's there, so I'm moving.
Yeah, Togrim. You head over to the...
We're just gonna sort of kneel before it, I guess. Pray for less rain on the journey. And then before I leave, I'll just pull out like a really tiny bolt from one of my pockets and just leave it as a little offering on the shrine.
And while Togrim's like up and about, I'm gonna go. Is there like a sort of woodland nearby, or was there a?
A little distance away. It wasn't a place that the little cart would have gotten to with the soft earth. It's like slightly downhill from where you are.
I'm gonna go try and find us something for breakfast.
Okay.
It's a bit more fresh.
You head off. It's still not quite dawn breaking at this point. As Togrim kind of takes up watch on the wagon, as you head off to kind of explore in the dark. You head into this forest. And yeah, roll me a survival check.
And that is a 21.
21. You enter into the forest, the darkness takes hold, and you find yourself in darkness only possible at the depths of the earth, or in the oceans far out to sea. It's all-consuming darkness, even to your elven eyes. Cold stone touches your bare feet as hot breath condenses in front of your face, and a deep, hungry darkness suffocates at your skin. Something warm splashes at your foot. Your hand is warm, slick. There's a taste of copper in the air. Fear. A faint, distant scream. Footsteps. Raw flesh smacking onto rock, approaching, nearby, closer, closer. Your legs feel weak. Pain flashes in your thigh, hot blood leaking down from the wound.
I let out a guttural noise that I basically drop into all fours. Like, it's just sinking into the earth.
Panting, approaching, echoing from within the darkness. Weak. Hunger. Drip.
I'll gradually feel tension builds as I begin to feel my fingers change and grow and curl. Where are you?
Your blood drips on the stonework, deafening in the silence, betraying where you are. The footsteps slow, cautious, patient, deadly. Feed. Strong.
I lunge into the darkness at where I hear the sound.
The stench of torn flesh, the taste of burning blood fills your mouth as the embrace of cold and terrible dark takes your mind. You come to. A deer pinned with huge claw rents in its torso and a chunk of its throat missing as you feel hot blood all over your face.
I'll pick out a rag and try and clear it off as well as I can. Just relying on things still being mostly wet from the rain. Taking handfuls of moss to try and clear the blood off of me. And I'll start dragging. Actually, I'll take out one of my axes and just into the back of the neck. So there is slightly less suspicion, I think, with my 9 intelligence.
Togrim, roll perception.
And begin to drag the deer back.
15.
You heard sounds coming from the tree line. Animalistic, predatory sounds. And a short while afterwards, you see Ximori come trekking back out, dragging the carcass of a deer behind him.
I'll wait until he gets close, because I've identified him, and just say, "Okay, I didn't realize you were going to hunt."
Yeah, I think there was some bears in there or something, but I mean, I picked up what they left, so.
Okay. I just thought you caught that yourself. Can I roll insight?
Deception and insight.
7.
17.
Those weren't bears. And more than anything, his clothing is stained with blood. It's clear, Ximori, you got the worst off your face and skin where the blood comes off of, but clothing holds on to that shit.
Yeah. But I also see that he's stabbed a deer multiple times. So
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about the amount of blood on him.
Yeah.
But the bear doesn't hold up. Why would a bear leave to Ximori? Why wouldn't he have taken the bear himself? I don't think I'll comment on anything. I'll just help him build up a fire to start roasting it.
Okay. The rest of you all eventually waken to the smell of roasted deer and a fresh fire. As you begin to kind of get yourselves ready for the next day's journey, is there anything anyone wants to do?
Well done, Ximori. That's a good hunt, that is. Impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, lots to go around.
Well, it's starting to feel like a better journey already. Proper food.
Amazing.
We also have our cheese. Don't forget about the cheese, Aderyn.
Cheese with deer.
Oh.
Stunning.
I think the only thing for me is that as we pack up obviously take my cloak down, take the bedroll down, pack that all the way. But as I go sit on the wagon, get ready to go, wait for everyone to finish packing up so we can drive off, just in that copse of trees, there's a quick glimmer of yellow eyes and flashing colour that I think it's gone in a second. But I think I see something skulking around that disappears the moment I actually look at it.
Okay. Anyone else have anything?
Oh, Leslie's turn on the wagon.
You want to drive? I was the
Why not?
actual...
Why not?
All right, I get back down off the seat, offer it up to Lesley.
Leslie struggles to climb up many times.
Do you want a hand? Do you want me to help you up?
No, this is not like the wagons we have back home. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Hey, okay.
Which is a little different. And he's gonna continue scrambling.
I'll walk over to the front with Dave and I'll go, "Hello, Dave. Just behave. No matter what Lesley does, you do what you're supposed to do. Okay?"
Lesley! Roll me. Is this animal handling or is it vehicles?
Either one, I'm not proficient.
Let's go animal handling.
$18, let's go! Let's go!
You're kind of like standing off watching Lesley attempt this Balrick. Like, this isn't going to work. And you realise at that point, as Lesley goes, yeah, that the wagon isn't fully loaded, and the ox starts walking off with Lesley on the wagon.
Lesley, stop! Lesley,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Everyone grab your stuff and run.
And as you all quickly scramble to grab your stuff and the remains of the deer that's still roasting, and chase after the ox cart.
Luckily, it's an ox. I can imagine it's not fast.
Really. That is where we will end this session, with you running down the Covenmer Trail, chasing down your cart
Dave the Ox.
and your flamboyant fighter. But we'll pick up there next time as you continue your journeys along the Covenmer Trail eastward. But until then, see you later.